What is up, Star Wars fans? This is Darth Watson. In this video, this is a spoiler review of The Acolyte Episode 3. And I would have to say, Episode 3 was quite a bit of what I expected and quite a bit of not what I expected. I didn't think that we would have a flashback to 16 years earlier, and this episode would take place 16 years earlier, where we see May and Osha as a kid. Now I'm starting to get the now I'm starting to get a full understanding, and things are starting to make a little more sense after seeing this episode, how May and Osha got where they are. We learned that May was the one that started the fire and got everyone killed, and May ended up making her escape, but Osha made her escape as well. But Osha believed that May was dead. May believed that Osha was dead at that time. By the end of the episode, we also saw that we also saw some moments between May and Osha. We learned about May and Osha's mother, which was also in the trailer, but I didn't know that was going to be a flashback scene the 16 years earlier in episode 3. And the whole entire episode was based on this flashback of May and Osha when they were kids. May ends up lying to the Jedi so the Jedi wouldn't take her, but Osha ended up being more truthful to the Jedi, and Osha ended up being taken on to become a Padawan learner. Osha had to be rescued from the fire from the Jedi because of May, because May was the one that started the fire, and because May didn't want Osha to leave to become a Jedi, but Osha ended up leaving to train to become a Jedi. But we learned like that a few years before the events of episode 1 and 2 is that Osha left the Jedi Order, but then Osha got framed for something that May did earlier within the season. So this episode was pretty interesting. I don't know if I want to call it my favorite of The Acolyte, but it is pretty interesting, and it is getting us somewhere with the story, and we're learning more things that's finally making more sense with May and Osha and how they got where they are, and how they got where they are during the times of episodes 1 and 2 and future episodes of The Acolyte. And we're probably going to learn, probably in the next episode, on who rescued May. We already learned how the Jedi rescued Osha, but we're probably going to see how May was rescued by the Sith Lord in The Acolyte, which I don't believe that's actually a Sith Lord or a Sith, because the Sith are usually in hiding at that time, and the Jedi believe that the Sith have been extinct for a millennium. But the Sith in The Acolyte is actually not a Sith. It's a dark side user wielding the red lightsaber. And like I said before, you don't necessarily have to be a Sith to wield the red lightsaber, but it's like a dark acolyte. It's like the master of the Acolyte in the Acolyte series, the master of May's master, who probably rescued May during that time. We're probably going to see how May found the Sith assassin, this dark side user, and probably in the next episode if it's based on another flashback. But we'll have to wait and see for the next episode of The Acolyte to come out, episode 4. I will be watching next Tuesday, and I'll be doing my full review on that as well. But anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. Do make sure to smash a like, subscribe, comment, and I will catch you all later in another video.